All right, we're back, and yeah, I think we last saw the distressed face of Cert.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think, like, we kind of come back to see, like, Surt's expression kind of like resolve into like determination, and he like looks up at Kristen Rama and says, carry me down to the tree. I have to talk to her. Yes.
Yeah, and they say, of course, and they like immediately like predator, bird of prey
dive bomb
all the way down, just there's the horrible like rattling of the wooden thing and like the whistling of wind, and then they pull up short and plop you down and land next to you, so that like this fox griffin thing is like standing next to you, protecting you.
And I'm gonna do my best, though it may not work, to pull Adna not only out of the way but out of Eclipse by like I am literally going to go up to like the fighting, like vicious, like swirling form that is Adna. I am going to like ignore any flying swords that may be in like my way, and I'm going to like gently but like firmly take hold of Adna and do the whole like I'm gonna like hug your anger out, but in doing so I just like move you to one side and I say like thank you, stand down, and I'm just like I'm simultaneously like hugging you and pulling rank, just being like, you're done.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds like Express.
Sure.
There's room for it to be empathized as well.
That's true, it could be empathized.
Remind me how taking out of Eclipse works?
I feel like the pulling rank thing makes it not empathized.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Leaning on hierarchical structures is not an empathetic act. That said, it does highlight a way in which Adna is vulnerable, which is that she is part of a hierarchy with people who are in charge of that.
That's it. I'm betting on the fact that like Adna is a soldier and like part of a team, and knows that.
And I think the fact that you like proceed it with like the positive words of like thank you, like you weren't. It's not like you're pulling rank in the sense of what the hell were you doing? It's like
no, exactly.
It's like
yes, you've done really well.
But now I'm taking over.
Yeah, you are still vulnerable. Even though you're strong, you're still vulnerable to hierarchies, but I love you and I'm proud of you anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. So how does breaking out of Eclipse work? So there's a roll?
I like...
When...
It just happens, doesn't it? If
the trigger has to happen if we are all satisfied that it has happened.
I mean, this all sounds like a role wherein some harm could come to Cert, where he could get
it sounds like risky great to me.
Caught up in the in all the nonsense that's going on.
Sword violence.
Exactly.
That whole thing. The part where you're stopping a sword fight seems dangerous.
Exactly.
Dark bargain. I have one.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
You take some harm from a sword.
Yep.
The like Adna hurting you by accident just hammers you with all of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what my two injuries are at the moment? Crushing doubt and crushing guilt.
And because that lesser harm is part of a dark bargain, it cannot be resisted. Yes.
Yeah. So this would be like level 2 harm. Slash or something.
Sure.
I love it.
I will absolutely take that.
Level 2 harm. Shish kebab.
Because I feel like narratively that will actually help bring Adna out of Eclipse if like she accidentally like hurts me while doing this.
Yep. So take level 2 harm pierced.
Okay. And that gives me -1 die on
anything
stuff,
where that would
everything?
where that would
things where that's relevant.
Okay, things where that's relevant. All right, cool. And do we think that this is express.
Yeah, you
it
have
feels
an
like
agenda.
express to me.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it's mostly your words that you're saying, where you're like,
exactly.
"Thank you,
Cool.
sorry."
I mean, I suck at that. I really suck at that.
Well, a question is...
Could it be forgive?
Question Rama assisting?
I mean, I suck at
Forgive is
forgive as
also
well.
forgive is also a good one.
Although I'd be getting a +1 to forgive, that's true.
Yeah,
Show that you care for someone despite a mistake they've made? Yeah.
I feel like this
actually,
is
that does feel
I feel like
So the only thing I will point out is that you also want a course of action from Adna. Like if all you wanted was to pull her out of Eclipse, I think that's a case for forgive.
No, but that is all I
Because if
want.
she's not in Eclipse, she's not going to be doing that thing anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because her actions are currently
priority
dictated by Eclipse.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just assuming that if she is not in Eclipse, she will probably stand down.
So it's doing this for her own good.
Yes.
Yes,
Just for that.
exactly.
like the move here is actually the bit to do with the hugging and stuff, and then the bit about like stand down is almost like that's post move, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah, no, legit.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. So forgive. So I've got +1 to it because of our crew ability. That's all I've got. Oh wait, and then I took a dark bargain.
Yep.
So that's another
you
die.
have 2 dice.
All right. Oh god.
Remember, Emily, even on 1 dice.
Yeah, and my position.
It's risky and great.
Yep. Great. Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh my god. Oh fuck! Oh no! So bad. No.
Well, the good news is you took level 2 harm.
Uh-huh. Yep. Sweet.
So, what does that mean?
I mean, that doesn't preclude them taking level 3 harm. Like,
Yeah, I
It
mean,
means something bad happens. It might also still result in you getting
Yeah.
Eclipse.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty,
totally.
oh, I know what this is. So you do that, right? And it looks
Yeah.
right. It looks like you've nailed it. And then like you're looking into Adna's eyes and you're like, "Thank you. Stand down." And then you just get like whipped back away, and as the thing just like grabs you in its giant wooden teeth. And welcome to giant tree mouth. You're being eaten.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's getting eaten.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right. And well,
Adna
I
is
mean,
like,
at least I'm.
Adna's like, well, now they're being eaten. Like,
Yeah. I will
So-
resist this consequence
you want to resist this consequence? Cool.
because I did position myself where it was
Yeah.
like Chris and Roman have like landed. They're acting in defense of,
Yep.
and so the like teeth or the tongue like come into frame, and then there's this like collision of 2 wooden things as the weird like fox griffin thing just like piles into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Doesn't like no one's allowed to interrupt this moment.
Yeah.
the story of this moment is very important. It's been staged very carefully. It must be left uninterfered with.
Yeah. I mean,
So
these are both characters I have promises about, and if I let bad things happen to them, that's
Yeah.
just...
The tree is heckling, and that is not welcome.
Do I drop out of Eclipse?
You will drop out of Eclipse if...
Okay. Once this is resolved?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I roll 3 dice for this, because this is my best one, because I assume this is violence
Yeah.
that I'm resisting. Seems pretty violent. Alright, let's do it. No bonus dice, as far as I can tell. I get a crit, so I
You get...
clear 1 stress.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
What does that look like? Well, like...
So yeah, this thing, it like this big like clawed, these like big owl talons that have lots of like fluffy. I think it's all paper. Anything that would be like feathers or the like tufty.
It's like origami.
Yeah, there's like the kind of unraveling folded paper in there, and so yeah, these 2 claws like come in and just like hold the mouth open, and the like tongue is like getting all up in the face of this thing, and it's flapping and like being really in that way that like birds make a big mess and cause a big scene. There's like paper tufts everywhere and flapping of wings, and the 2 like fox legs in the back are on the branches, and it's like leaning in propping this horrible mouth open. And you just hear like, no, don't worry about us. It's fine. You just keep like.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is,
no, it's totally fine. We got this. Don't worry.
yeah, I think what happens is you actually like deal it some damage, right? Like you pull a tooth off or something, right? I don't think it has a tongue.
It breaks as it's trying to close its mouth on it. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a skull. I don't think it has a tongue. But yeah, you like pull a tooth or something off, and Adna like looks past Cert and sees a soldier doing their job, right? And it's like, all right, I'm stepping back because I've been told to. Yeah, nice, cool.
So, do I still have the same amount of stress, or how does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to the thing before about like you crit and then you lose a stress, which is that
Yeah, so when rolling a resist,
thing?
if you crit rolling a resistance roll,
Yeah.
right?
do that. So when you escape Eclipse, if you are in downtime or free play, erase any remaining stress and clear your transcendence clocks. If you escape Eclipse while on a mission, your stress does not reset.
Okay, cool. So anytime I get more stress, I'm gonna risk Eclipse again.
Yeah.
Well, it sits wherever it was at. So if you had like used some up, you would actually be in a better position.
Yeah. If you'd gotten hurt during being in Eclipse, you'd be in a better position.
Oh, because that reduces stress.
Because your stress kind of ticks.
Right.
So,
okay. Yeah. Cool. But no. So at this point, because I'm still on 9, any time I get more stress,
you'll roll for Eclipse again. And
okay. Cool.
Yeah. Exactly. You're still on that cusp.
So like because you haven't like been beaten down at all, you're still ready to fight. It's basically it. Yeah.
Cool.
Damn it! So what I should have done is like slapped you. No.
This is fine. There's stuff I can do without getting stressed. It just means I can't
Yeah.
do
Andrew, I just found a thing that is like the most your character, the most your engine picture I've ever seen in my life. I'm just gonna link it to you in the chat.
Great.
I'm gonna drop it in actual chat so everyone else can see it too.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Let me see.
That's super cool.
Like aesthetically, is that not right? Like with like the wood and the,
yes.
yeah.
That's really
It's
cool.
It's even a fox and an owl because I'm really good.
Where did you put this? Where did you put
It's in. Oh, I just messaged it to Andrew in Zoom chat. It is also in the general Twitch chat.
Yep.
Yeah, this is like. Andrew was describing a thing, and I was like, hang on a minute. Like 3 years ago on DeviantArt, 3 years ago on DeviantArt, I saw an artist's work that looked just like the thing you're describing, and
Holy shit.
I managed to find it.
That's
That's crazy. Wow.
+1 internets for Luke.
Yep.
All right, so
I've got gray shade googling.
Chris and I were like prying the mouth
Yeah,
open.
like holding it and
There's like a flapping of wings. And
and like twigs splintering everywhere. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna like stand and like look, because presumably I can see these like flaming wooden eyes like above where Kristen Rama are like wrestling the big like mouth of this thing. So I'm gonna like stand behind Kristen Rama and like look up at it. What is the name of the name of the tree?
Is Danu.
It's Danu. Yeah.
Ash, do you have its title written down somewhere? I've forgotten.
I was trying to find
That's
it.
okay.
I don't think
I don't think I would know its full title
It was
properly.
long and good. I remember that.
It was. So I look up at it and I like take a deep sigh because I know I'm gonna have to like make a speech and I'm bad at that. And I like say like in my loudest and clearest voice, Danu, look above you. And like I point up at the sun, and I think when I look up at it again, like my own face is very clearly visible to me.
Yeah.
And so like I point at it and I say, really look. That is the face of our people and our anger and our hatred, and it is coming down. It is going to obliterate everything and all of us standing here. We cannot accomplish any of the goals that we desire if we continue fighting anger with more anger. I can't stop that now, but I could stop it with your help. Please, will you help me stop this cycle? Because we can only make progress in small ways. And I'm like beseeching both the god of the tree and like the spirit of my elder, because the two of them are merged. And I think I kneel down in front of the tree, and I say I vow to enact revenge is the wrong word. Our people's justice, but not like this. And yeah, I am basically saying give me strength to stop this collision and embodiment of rage, and I will serve you.
Confess? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like there's an agenda there.
Yeah, this is express, I think.
It's express,
for sure.
Yeah.
So bad.
Don't worry though, because all the while that Cert was speaking, or just as Cert started speaking, there was the chorus of voices joining in. So Kristen Romer help elevate Cert's voice.
Yeah.
And given that he's speaking on behalf of a people, they give weight to that. They put many voices behind it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna help you out.
Okay. God, I'm gonna need it.
Yep.
I have 0.
Now you have 1.
I have 1. Okay. I will.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna give you a helping die.
Okay. I would love that.
How are you helping, or are you spending a link?
I feel like I am helping by having put the tree into a position where it is willing to talk.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Rewind slightly. I am not helping. I am going to take part in a group action.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Okay.
So that means that you're also rolling express.
So I will roll alongside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, I can't help.
Group actions. Does that cause stress, or is that just in Blade?
It's just like in Blade. So what'll happen is we're all gonna roll. For any of us that fail, Cert will take stress.
Yep.
And as long as we succeed, then it doesn't cost anyone anything. And we all get to take the highest result from all of our dice.
Right. So just one person needs to succeed, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
The 3 of us, me, Adna, and Cert.
Yeah. And Switch can't because she's in Eclipse.
Because I'm far away.
It's just not in the.
I'm not in the scene. I could help, but there is now too many people involved in a role. It's not helping anymore. It is just a group action. I can't help with that. I'm too busy drifting towards the sun.
Would it be possible for me to be help on it, because we're all going to be making the same action?
Yeah, we're all gonna roll express.
Okay. I don't know if there's really any way that I can help, because I'm not sure what I could say here that would be helping. I want to help, but
I mean, for us, we're just
helping,
echoing Cert's.
Oh, okay, right. Oh, okay, yeah.
We're providing a literal chorus.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll join in. I'll join in on that.
I mean,
It sucks because if I were leading this, it would work a lot better, but I'm not leading it.
Yeah. I think the thing is that you kind of need to. Adna has. I mean, can Adna here?
I think if Adna were to kneel next to me, that would help.
Yeah. Right.
But that's not expressing is the problem. Because it's words with an agenda.
Yeah, the problem is Adna would...
Kneeling would be like confess.
Here's a radical suggestion. I actually think it might just as easily be confessed. I think the whole thing might just as easily be confessed. At least for me.
Speaking from the heart, right?
Yeah, because, and this is literally Cert being like, that giant angry sun face is what I want to do, and what you want to do, but it's not what either of us should do.
And also... So
that's
leaving everything up to
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not being like, "Hey, go do this thing." He's just like,
Yeah.
"Here is what is."
He wants a course of action though. Like he is explicitly requesting a course of action.
I'm ruling here that confess is appropriate.
Okay. Because I think the thing too is that like
I'm not like I mean actually here's the thing. Emily picks. Right.
Yeah, Emily picks.
Yeah.
And
And I am saying as a GM that I'm not going to penalize that.
Okay. I do feel like it is appropriate, particularly because yes, I'm requesting a course of action, but by like kneeling down, like in the imminent like like the sun is
the collision.
I'm literally being like, if you choose no, we all die.
Yeah, you're humbly supplicating.
Yeah. I am like literally being like, it is up to you, giant tree.
So I think all three can help. All two can help with.
Yes, we'll all roll confess, all three of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a die in express. I don't have a die in confess. But
oh damn.
Whatever.
All right.
It's fine.
I'm gonna push myself.
Does confess not get one for in Darkest?
Our ones that are increased are flow, empathize, forgive, analyze, and perceive.
Okay.
Like
So
most
we wouldn't get it
ones.
regardless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push myself for an extra die. Which is a little risky because if this goes badly, I will absolutely go into eclipse.
I mean, either way.
I mean, if this goes badly, it won't matter.
Yeah, because you'll be dead.
That's true.
Because you'll just burn up in the sun. So, like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's desperate. Great.
Live on the edge.
So we're all rolling desperate great.
Oh, dear.
I'm rolling 0 dice.
You're muted, Mel. Melody is muted.
Okay, I'll push myself as well.
If we fail this roll, the sun timer clicks over, we all die. Is that right?
It ticks over to only having one left.
Right.
There would be room for like one last action, which could be like we all just flee.
Well, I feel like if, like, the one last action would be my action. Because I have been, like,
we'll
Swift
see
is
how this
currently
Hell.
drifting towards a thing.
That's true. Yeah, that would be it.
I mean,
yes, it would be
anything less
because
than
we also don't know what your plan is. So.
Anything less than a 6 is going to tick this sun. Is going to tick the sun box.
Okay, right.
Where physically is the sunbox? I would just like to be able to look at it.
It's on the like yeah.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
So sorry, desperate standard?
Desperate.
Question. How does the stuff about like aligning with your engine?
Oh, yes, your engine can help you. Or can give you an extra die, is what it should say. So, let's see if any of those things matter.
I feel like I would argue that all of the details of my engine match here.
What are you piloting?
I'm piloting the Gift of Yulna.
Yeah.
Yulna's impulses are tormented and owed, but the virtue is wise. And I feel like
this is...
all of that is like relevant.
It relates to wisdom.
Yeah.
Nice,
wisdom
because you're like
definitely
appealing to...
which gets you a dice.
Okay, thank God.
I don't think...
I feel like you're almost acting against your impulse. Like, this is the opposite of owed. This is like, we are owed this, but we are not going to do it. Like,
Yeah, we're choosing.
Because that's not the wise thing. Yep, exactly.
Can I, like, ask for a dark bargain?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, yes. That yeah, you Adna you get a dark, like, you'll get an extra dice if you like just stop being in the, if you put down your weapon, stop being in the engine.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Stop being armed.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Okay.
No, what were you saying?
Or I suppose I have an alternate one, which is that, like, this is the point, because we've been coming to this point, right? Like, gradually, this is the point at which Adna, like, genuinely actually really accepts the reality of what, like, of what the Bastion is and does and has always been. Like, in order to participate in this action, she has to, like, come to terms with that.
I don't think that's the
yeah.
most interesting thing to happen here. Like, I think that, maybe down the track, but not at this point. So,
Well, I suppose here is my case for why it's interesting, because that would be level 2 emotional harm, which, unless I am mistaken, would be kicked up to level 3 emotional harm because your level 2s are full.
Yes.
Am I?
no, I've only got one level 2.
Okay, it's all good. In that case, yeah, take the other one. It's better.
Question, and feel free for everyone to be like, no, that is not interesting. But actually, I love that dark bargain so much that I would also like to take it. And if I can't mechanically take it, I would like to narratively take it. I.e.,
that dark bargain can be open to both of you.
Because I would like to lead that action by just literally powering down the armor, and taking this sort of completely vulnerable pose, and being Adna, this is inviting you to be
to do the same. Yeah.
Trust me.
Totally.
Trust me.
Yeah, because it's that full vulnerability thing. It's like being totally vulnerable.
Yeah.
Which also works so well with confess, right?
Yeah,
So I'll totally
die by pushing myself. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah. All right. Let the dice hit the floor.
Desperate great.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Holy shit, Kristen Rama.
Okay, we didn't fail.
Yes!
Yes.
We didn't fail, so I don't make cert. I don't cost cert
exactly.
stress. So I didn't fail.
Yeah.
And Adna and I both got a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alas.
We don't have the thing where it makes
We
it
don't have the thing where it makes a crit, yeah.
but still.
Still awesome.
Still
Oh,
good.
well.
Still awesome.
And validates our ridiculous approach of powering down.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man.
That's right. First, you've got to demilitarize before you can
It was the
decolonize
last
everyone.
time I
Exactly,
rolled
right?
you, so indeed, yes, it was the extra die that did it.
So, yeah.
Also, as a to throw this in if you want to use it, Ash, the specifics of what I'm mechanically proposing to this tree here is that it can if it can put power into me, I can do the action of stopping the sun because I have the mechanical ability to do so. I just don't have the strength to do so. So in extension of that vulnerable thing, I am offering myself as a puppet, like an instrument to do that.
Vessel for.
So if you want to just narrate me, that is, I mean,
here's what happens.
I am up for that.
The fire goes out of the eyes, and they are now hollow, and the mouth opens, gently. The inside of the skull is hollow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I mean, you tell me.
Okay, all right, yeah,
Is this a step inside the tree thing?
Yeah, if that's the case, then yes, that is what I do.
Yeah,
But I think I do it as though I am being driven,
you
but
step
willingly.
forward.
I'm going to step with you if you're stepping.
Yeah, only one person's going to fit inside there. But yeah, cool.
Oh.
This is
So if that's the case, then
actually no,
I'm going.
there's space for multiple people in there.
It's good because my promise is not to leave Seth alone.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah,
You're all going into the super engine.
I feel like there's space for 3.
Awkward.
Right,
And there's 4 of us there.
There's 4 of us.
it'll take 3 to pilot it.
You're evil.
Ash, I am so proud of you.
Oh, why would you do that?
Chris and Rama are still piloting this thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we need
I
Swift.
have a cunning plan. So there's room for 3 inside the tree, yeah?
It requires 3 to pilot.
Yeah, cool. There is a flurry of paper feathers as clever cunning harmony overcomes adversity, just goes like immediately into the air again, and we're gonna find fucking Swift, martyr girl, and like chuck her in this tree, and then peace out, hopefully, and not get
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
So
by the fireball.
Yes.
alas, I feel
Good Swift.
I feel like it's too late. Like this, like a substantive period of time has passed. Like
Yeah.
of all of this nonsense, while Swift has been on a collision course with the sun. Like I think it's just too little, too late.
No, here's the thing.
It's
You
never
are on
too
the-
late.
You're about
Never
to
too
hit the
late.
sun.
Never.
You're about
You
to
didn't
hit the sun.
take Never Alone, Andrew. You should have taken a different move.
Yeah,
so
whatever.
there-
I got
so
flow
this is
for
a-
days. I want to
This
do
is
it.
a desperate great move, whatever it is.
Oh,
Yeah, do I get to rescue her? Do I get
The
to do it?
fail stakes are death by sun.
oh God.
Yeah. So what Swift is doing is this,
Yeah, let me.
and I think we get a flashback to a very, very long time ago. And Swift is like, right, like a little younger than she is now, like maybe like 18. And she's got like all of her tattoos back, and she's dancing with a young man who looks very much like Surt, but like of an age with her, right? Like this 18-year-old version of Surt, but like where Surt's skin is like dark. This man's skin is like black, like charcoal black, and like his eyes are like literally like like blazing like fire, because like this is a god, and like they're standing like half in and half out of like a smaller gate into heaven that's formed by 2 like entwining trees,
Yeah, I was gonna
and the
say.
2 of them are just like waltzing together like on the threshold between worlds. And then we cut back into the present moment, and as she like floats up, Swift is doing her half of this dance without a partner, and just like rising up like into the sun.
Another possible option is don't do Hriss and Rama fuse when they're transcendent.
That's a good point. If
So,
Rama
are they one person?
are transcended, they can count as one person.
I mean, technically yes, but
It's not as good.
I said what I said.
Yeah, fair call, fair
I'm
call.
gonna try to save my friend.
Yeah.
I would like. How do I? What's the mechanics of helping? What do I need to spend if I want to help? Do I take?
Spend 1
I think it's full
stress.
stress.
Damn it! Oh no, I can't do that.
You also need to be like fictionally in a position to help, and we are very
very
high up.
I know it's true.
Unless you have social links.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
You can
No.
throw some-
The stranger never has any social links. They're a jerk with no friends.
So here's the thing.
Actually, no, that's not true. I do have social links.
Yeah,
No, sorry, the stranger never gives out any social links.
we don't have any
Can have
social
social
links.
I can spend one. I have one with Christian Rama. I could totally do that. I have 2
Yeah,
with
hang out with
Christian Rama.
these.
2 with Adna.
I mean, what this is Swift is making a roll to do a thing, and then Hriss and Rama are resisting the consequences of it.
Yeah, if it goes bad, we're gonna resist the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's interesting because like I am physically far away, but also I would argue this is heaven.
Your heart
this
is up there.
space.
Your heart is
Yeah, exactly. Like the sun is also there, and that's kind of me. And like heaven space is weird. So I would like to, if there is a way for me to help, or also like resist or help someone resist. I'm not sure what the
You can
mechanics
help
are
my
there.
resist roll by spending
Yep.
one of your social links with Hriss and
Okay.
Rama. So when the
I
time
would like
comes,
to do that.
thoughts of you will be
when the
important.
time comes.
Yeah, I think
When the
that's it.
time
Like,
I am offended, Andrew.
I have an idea of what that will look like too, and it'll be perfect to have your helping die.
cool.
I mean, you're just assuming that I'm gonna fail.
Yes,
Luke-
I am.
Yes, we
Wow.
Luke, what are
really
you
want you to
rolling?
fail.
Because it sounds like what are you rolling, Luke? It sounds like
I'm rolling flow.
oh, flow. That makes sense. Yes.
Like I'm flowing
For the dance.
for the dance. Yeah, and I'm just like Swift is going to like step into what is left of Sort and like bring him back to life.
And
Because he should never have died, and the fact that he did.
Yeah. Cool.
And like in a very broad sense, right? Like she feels like in the same way that like the death of Danu's children, well, not like it's not like literally directly materially her fault. Like conceptually, it is. Like Surt's death is the same way.
Yeah.
Like she feels like her absence is what allowed all of this like shit to happen.
All right.
And so yeah, she's gonna make it right
Roll flow.
in the small way. For her boyfriend.
Desperate.
And so I think we see like there's like tears like rolling down her face, and she just like looks down at where the tree is, where she can like just barely see the pinpricks of like her friends, and she doesn't say anything. There's just like a goodbye beat, and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
flip.
I have thoughts on what you see, but I think they're only applied. I think they depend on the outcomes.
Yeah. So
I mean, also like I think I'm too far. Like I don't think I can actually see anything specific. I just see like
That's what I mean.
some tiny little people.
That's what I mean. Heaven space. It's weird.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna spend 2 stress to give myself a bonus die.
All right.
I have 4 flow. Would anyone like to give me a helping die?
No,
I am not in a position to do so.
absolutely not.
Legit. All right, I'm gonna roll
We
desperate,
want you to fail, even though you probably can't possibly fail this roll.
desperate, and great with 1 bonus die. And I get a crit.
Excellent.
Can't argue with that.
Shit. That's real good. Good job, friend.
It's fucking
You talk shit.
it's extreme effect right there.
Yeah.
So
Andrew was full of doubt. Ah,
So yeah.
Yo,
you
I've seen
become-
people roll 5 1s.
I know you
It can happen.
So yeah. Chris
Remember,
Rama,
Andrew, even
you
on a
see-
single d6.
God damn it.
Swift, why are you fucking up the plan? I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad.
What
So
plan?
disappointed in you.
We had no plan.
Don't worry.
Let's be real here.
Things may still work out. Like this is not.
Yeah,
this is
let's
something
do
that
it.
Let's
wreck everything.
Can I?
Yeah, and more importantly, like this is a crit. Like,
Can I GM, please?
yes.
Give her the floor.
The thing that happens here is you roll and then I tell you what happens.
That's how this game works.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's how the game works. Yeah, so you do meld into the sun, and yeah, you become and I think we see the black flames and the golden flames of the sun like merge, and you become this other thing that is partially what Swift was, but also like a lot of what Surt was as a dead thing.
Ash, do I become the unconquered sun that triumphs over heaven?
I mean, you become.
Is that the name of this new god being? Like,
I mean, his yeah.
Andrew, that was such a great face just then. This is
You become like the merger of your the two characters. You're still filled with rage. That like because that was the dying emotion, right?
yeah, totally.
And you're still what's the word? You still feel lost, confused, and angry. I think you can recognize. I think you recognize. Oh yes! Oh no! This is perfect. You recognize Danu as like this other thing that like drew your love, Swift, away from you, and like Swift is kind of not even like there.
I'm just playing God Sort now.
You're kind
right?
of
Like
playing-
I'm just
you're
God
kind of
Sort,
God
but I
Sort
can see
in
the
it, yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's Danu who drew your love away from you.
yeah.
What do?
Swift, you're fired.
I mean, I think it's time for a break.
Let's take a break. Let's take a break, and we'll come back.
10 points. 10 points to Emily.
Where we will come back with the last hour of the season finale after this break.